Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about adaptations of cellular growth and differentiation. What are meant by adaptation first? These are reversible changes in the size, number, phenotype means physical appearance and metabolic activity and functions of cell in response to changes in the environment. Okay, what are these adaptations? How these are classified as? These are classified mainly we are bothered about the hypertrophy, hyperplasia, atrophy and metaplasia adaptations. Okay. Hypertrophy. What is hypertrophy? Hypertrophy is increase. Hyper means increase, trophy means size. Increase in the cell size is known as hypertrophy. What is hyperplasia? Increase in the cell number is known as hyperplasia. What is atrophy? Decrease in the cell size is known as atrophy. What is metaplasia? Change in one epithelium to other is known as metaplasia. So let's get started with hypertrophy. Today's in this video we will be learning in detail about hypertrophy. Hyper means increase, trophy means size. As we discussed, increase in the size of cells will leads to increase in the size of tissue and further leads to increase in the size of organ. This is due to the assembly of additional intracellular components. Okay, some additional intracellular components will be accumulating inside the cell, and as a result there will be increase in the size. So we usually see this increase in the size in non-dividing cells only. If they are dividing, they will increase the cell number also. So that this is very important. So we usually see this hypertrophy in myocardial fibers. And sometimes we will see this type of hypertrophy in dividing cells also in skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscle fibers. Okay, hypertrophy basically divided into two types. One is physiological hypertrophy, which is normal conditions, normal physiology, like in pregnancy we will see this physiological hypertrophy. Another one is pathological hypertrophy. Pathological hypertrophy will be occurring when there is increased workload to the muscles. Okay, so let's quickly discuss these two terms, what are they mean, and further we will discuss mechanism in this video only. So pathological hypertrophy. Pathological hypertrophy, what is the stimulus means increased workload. So increase if there is increased workload, what these cells will do means they will by increasing the size they will send signals. Because we had so much workload, we need some additional nutrients, like that they will send signals, and they will also increase the number of myocytes or myofilaments for synthesizing more protein which is needed. Okay, so by increasing this they will increase the amount of force. By they are synthesizing more protein, right? This more protein will help in increasing the amount of force which will be generating by each myocyte, so that they can generate more force, and strength of muscle will be increasing as a whole. Okay, and examples of this increased workload conditions: hypertension or valvular disease. Hypertension, pressure will be increasing. Okay, uh, we know hypertension, we will define it as the pressure exerted against the vessel wall. So if there is any pressure overload, uh, then hypertension or valvular disease will be leading. In these conditions, what will happen? Heart myocytes will be enlarging. So enlargement of heart will occur. Initially this condition will be improved by enlarging heart and synthesizing more myofilaments, more protein, and more force of contraction. This condition will be improved, but over time what will happen, this will adaptation will be failed, leading to the various heart diseases. Okay, and then what is physiological hypertrophy? Physiological hypertrophy, it is normal in pregnancy. The uterus size will be increased so much, as we see in the diagram. Normally uterus will be very small in size, but during the pregnancy, due to the estrogen hormone stimulation will be more, and this estrogen will acts upon the estrogen receptors, and this will lead to the increase in the size of the uterus during the pregnancy condition. And bulging of muscles will be seen in the bodybuilders, whose muscles will be gradually involved in the pumping of iron. So there will be increased workload, so increased demand of the muscle fiber. therefore there will be bulging of muscles will be seen. So let's quickly discuss what is the mechanism underlying this hypertrophy. So normally if there is any increased workload, what will happen? Mechanical receptors will sensitize the workload as there is workload. So these they will activate pi phosphoninositol 3 kinase pathway or AKT pathway will see. So by this activation they will release so many vasoactive amines, and they will and GPCR pathways will be also activating. And what will happen at last, vasoactive amines will be uh, growth factors, several vasoactive agents will be released. Okay, uh, this is very important in the pathological hypertrophy. Then in some agonists like alpha adrenergic hormones, angiotensins, these will be releasing, and they will also release vasoactive substances and involved in the signal transduction pathways. Sometimes what will happen, uh, growth factors, some growth factors also involved like insulin like growth factor in response to increased workload, and signal transduction factors, transcription factors like GATA4 will be acting with the receptors present in the DNA, and nuclear factor activating the T cell receptors, and myocyte enhancing factor 2. These all transcription factor will be releasing, and they will help in increasing the synthesis of the contractile proteins. Okay, and if insulin like growth factor is there, it will leads to increase in the production of some other growth factors. Okay, in some conditions what will happen means, instead of normally this alpha receptor should be activated, but some alternation will be seen and beta receptors will get activated, like that this will happen sometimes. So and in some conditions, uh, normally ANF will be secreted when there is increased hypertension, means increased body volume and increased pressure. ANF will be secreted, and this ANF will regulate the blood pressure. Okay, in if these adaptations will continue, then heart muscle cells, what will happen, this will increase in size, I said. Gradually they will lose the myofilaments and everything, and leading to the heart failure condition. So this is very very harmful if there is so much increase in the workload to the heart muscle. This is all to discuss about hypertrophy, and this will be coming, not this all adaptations is important. These adaptations may come under 5 mark question in our examinations, so it is important. So thank you for listening to me patiently. Thank you. We will discuss remaining hyperplasia, metaplasia and atrophy in remaining sections. Thank you guys. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe if you like this video.